Is the Gaza ceasefire still holding, or has it quietly collapsed? This week, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed that Israel now controls 60% of the Gaza Strip and announced that he has directed the IDF to extend that to 70%. When someone in the conference audience called out 100%, Netanyahu responded simply,
אנחנו כרגע לופתים את חמאס, כן? אנחנו עכשיו ב-60% משטח הרצועה, אתם יודעים את זה. היינו ב-50, עברנו ל-60. הדירקטיבה שלי היא לעבור תלכו לפי הסדר. קודם כל 70. בואו נתחיל בזה. לופתים אותם מכל עבר, אנחנו נטפל בשאריות.
That statement is significant because it places Israel directly at odds with the terms of the ceasefire it signed with Hamas in October of 2025, a deal brokered by Donald Trump. Under that agreement, Israel committed to withdrawing its forces to a line controlling 53% of the Strip. Netanyahu is now publicly confirming not only that Israel has exceeded that threshold, but that it intends to go further. Indirect talks between Israel and Hamas on the next steps of Trump's 20-point peace plan remain deadlocked.
And how confident are you that the ceasefire will hold?
I think it'll hold, yeah. I think it'll hold. They're all tired of the fighting.
On the ground, the picture is deeply troubling. At least 738 Palestinians have been killed since the ceasefire came into effect, figures the United Nations considers reliable. Since the conflict began following the Hamas attacks of October 2023, more than 72,000 Palestinians have lost their lives, among them at least 21,000 children. This week, an Israeli strike on a building in Gaza City killed at least 10 people, including 5 children. The military said it was targeting senior Hamas operatives. Among the dead was a teenage girl, the daughter of one of the targeted commanders. Israel, meanwhile, has continued a campaign to dismantle Hamas leadership. The newly appointed head of the Hamas military wing, Mohammed Odeh, was killed alongside his wife and 2 sons earlier this week. Separate strikes also eliminated a commander in Hamas's weapons manufacturing unit and the head of a Hamas funds transfer network. Which adds another layer of complexity is the language now being used by members of Netanyahu's own cabinet. Far-right ministers Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich have publicly advocated for what they describe as the voluntary emigration of Palestinians from Gaza. International legal bodies, including the United Nations, have been very clear. Any such program could constitute the forced displacement of a civilian population, which, under international law, is a war crime. The question that emerges from all of this is straightforward, even if the answer is not. If the ceasefire terms are being exceeded, civilian casualties are mounting, and senior government figures are openly discussing the removal of Gaza's population, at what point does the international community decide that the peace process requires more than words? For more stories like this explained and analysed, stay tuned on NewsX World.